Hello, happy new week. Here's Gatwick again for the third time in 3 weeks. I'm most looking forward to seeing it for the fourth time next week. But for the time being, I'm trying to find a number one lounge so I can relax for a little bit before flight to Orlando, which is about 9 hours in the air altogether, which is a lot by my standards. I think 4 is a lot, so 9 is definitely a lot. And then that's pretty much all I'm doing the rest of today. Tomorrow's a bit more exciting though. I'll brief you later.
Welcome to another episode of Toby's Stupid Vlog.
Virgin Atlantic and Norwegian passengers proceed to baggage.
Welcome to the Western Lake Mary Hotel somewhere in North Orlando. It's actually about half an hour outside Orlando, but there we go. Here I am. Yes, door works this time. It didn't when I first came up here. I've got 2 key cards and neither of them worked, so that was good. I am so tired. It's 4 in the morning in the UK and it's 11:15 in Florida, which is where I am, which is hard to fathom, and there's some filming tomorrow, and today has been spent, as you noticed, on a plane. So I'll see you tomorrow when I'm all with it. The sun's coming up. It's 22 degrees and it's 7:30 in the morning. My body clock is really confused. So I did briefly show you the room. It has a TV that's as big as my bed at home. It has a bed that is as big as my bedroom at home. And it has a bathroom that's pretty massive. I'm not sure you really get the feel, but I'm at one end and the sunken bath is at the other. So it's a big room, that's the point I'm trying to make. And I'm going to go for a walk. Good morning. It's busy. There was a couple of weddings last night and they're not going to be up in a while. I'm going to go and see how really humid it is outside, because in here it is really about 16 degrees. And out here it is about 22, and it is like being in the Palm House in Kew. It's that humid, it's ridiculous. It's like breathing in water. It's beautiful, but it's like breathing in water. Now I'm going to try and go over there because I think there's a Publix without getting run over at any point. That is the plan. There's the hotel. Anyway, I'm looking out the window the other way so I don't get to see this wonderful industrial estate. And Duffy's, presumably when her career went sideways, she opened some sort of restaurant chain. Anyway, I think this is the back of the Publix. So what I'm really looking for is a baseball cap, because I didn't bring one, which is a bit silly. And it's going to be really hot today. And I need, a really tasteless Floridian one. Ideally, Jacksonville Jaguars, but we're a long way from Jacksonville, so we'll have to see what we can do. Yeah, most things aren't open apart from Publix, so I got a drink. A drink which tastes like medicine, interestingly. It claims to have a lot of antioxidants in. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, it's a little shopping mall thing. I'm still on the lookout for a baseball cap though. I'm going to go with John's less racist brother, maybe? Hope so. Yeah, well, I mean, there doesn't seem to be anything that is open other than Publix, and there also, even if everything was open, there doesn't seem to be anywhere that actually sells items of clothing. Outrageous. I mean, it is a Sunday, and this is God's country and what have you, so most people are probably at church or something, but this is also Florida, so it's actually filled with Jews, so nobody's going to church. Anyway, I'm gonna go for a bit more of a wander, see if I find another. I think there might be another shopping district just on the other side of the main road. It is weird being back in the tropics only like a week after I left them. And only today, I should say, because after we finish filming on Daytona Beach, we'll get on a little plane and fly to Cobb County, which is just north of Atlanta in Georgia, where the temperature is a fair bit cooler. So we've just got a one day of extended summer and then we're back to autumn again. Hilarious side note, I don't know if you can see behind this massive lamppost if I keep going, but this area is called Heathrow. Nice, what a place to name it after. Now the moisture's gone from the window, I can see that I was actually looking at the retail park out there, which is where I went for a walk early this morning. So we're about to go and have a meeting about what we're doing today, and then we're going to head off in our massive car truck thing to Daytona Beach, which you might have heard of because it's famous for the Daytona Speedway, which is motor racing importance. It's also the US Grand Prix today, but we're nowhere near Austin.
Sirius XM 60s on 6. Gail Garnett holds on to number 4 for a second week, the third week of October 1964 with her Grammy award-winning We'll Sing in the Sunshine.
Just having a quick pit stop. Just had a bagel. Well, I'm not going for a swim, so...
worried about the
yeah, the drone's probably even more of a challenge.
Look at those houses.
I know, with the pier.
Yeah. There you go, Joe. Fancy one of those?
House to church pews, rural roots you never outrun 'em. Yeah, I dream in southern.
Day. Look at that. Expensive condos. That's looking south. This is the surf, which is looking pretty intense. And that's north down to a fishing boat in the distance. Just been droning, filming, all sorts. We've got to pack up and then we've got to go get a little plane in this breeze and head to Atlanta. Yeah, there you go, that's it, yeah. Made it. Yep. Oh yeah, check out this lovely Nissan.
Get in its full glory. It's a beautiful looking car.
It's also quite dark, so you're not going to see a lot. So, new hotel. It's another Westin. The bed is again ridiculous. It's enormous. There's a sofa, which is nice. It's quite nice little layout. I'm just charging everything because I've killed all my batteries. We're on the 12th floor, which means, whoa, there's Lenox Square. down there. You can't quite see Atlanta, we're a bit further north. But this is some of Atlanta. You can just see these little bits. We'll see more in the morning. We're going to have to get up quite early to drive to Cherokee. So that's going to be quite fun. Morning, very nearly. Got to hit the road, go to Cherokee.
Have you got any whiskey? You don't have to have whiskey in it, have you? That he did have a bottle of whiskey, so he got a bottle of whiskey. He mentioned it to this guy. And he said,
That gateway into the suites. Okay. We are in North Carolina, the spiritual home of the Cherokee Indians.
It became PHLSE, and then there's the CHUSSETS. So you can see, if you want to see it's on my video, I physically changed it there.
is on my side. Yes, it is now.
That's full colours. We're somewhere. This is an Arby's. It's a Burger King. Oh, Bryson City this is, near Cherokee, apparently. Just refueling. I don't know where we are. We're on a road in North Carolina, heading back to Georgia, having filmed some Cherokee, and now off to film some cloggers.
We should have done that for the road trip.
Yeah. Beautiful. If it is, that's beautiful. It's a track,
If I did smoke a joint, or if I like weed, this would be the perfect song for it. That's not on record, is it? No. No, okay, good. It's going up on these. Just want to say, this is the perfect weed smoking song.
We're back in Atlanta, round trip to Cherokee, and then that was about 250 miles, and then the various stuff you saw filming at the Cherokee Museum, and then we drove down to a place called Woodstock, not the Woodstock you're thinking of, Woodstock, Georgia, which is about 40 miles from where we are now, so another 250 miles back. Beautiful countryside, as you saw, really stunning. Now we're back in Atlanta, we're going out for dinner, and then we've got to get really early tomorrow to get a flight to Memphis. I had to think about that. Tomorrow morning we're in Memphis, tomorrow afternoon we're in Huntsville, and I'm just busy uploading things. And yeah, we stay in Huntsville tomorrow night. No, I'm too tired. I'm just going to ride this really slow travelator for another 50 metres.
London, New Year's Day Parade! London, New Year's Day Parade! Oh my god.
PSM. PSM. Like this is PSM. Bullshit management.
Bullshit motor.
she rang me, and I said, he says, what? And I said, it's Thursday. He went, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, Thursday.
Just had lunch at a Cracker Barrel. Now in the shop looking at the insanity. My work here is done.
They are part of a rapidly growing system right across the region. Of course, reports are surrounded by 16 watchtowers. There it is. Must be over there. This side.
So then, another evening, another Westin hotel. Here we go. They all look probably the same. They have a massive television. They have a bed that's so uncomfortably large, it's slightly odd. And then a view over a retail park. I mean, it's pretty standard stuff. Let me get behind there. God damn it. There we go, this is cinema and stuff. So yeah, this is Huntsville, and as you saw, we've been driving for the last 3.5 hours. We stopped at Cracker Barrel for some lunch, that was nice. And now we are filming this evening, so we've got a couple of hours before we have to do anything. So I'm gonna unpack everything, put all the batteries on charge, set everything up again, work out what I need this evening. And then we're leaving again tomorrow really early to... No, we're not. Hang on. Tomorrow, we're leaving really late, and we're having a very casual drive to... where are we going next? We're at Huntsville. We're going to Nashville. We're going to Nashville, Tennessee. So we're going back to Tennessee, where we were this morning. Yes. So this is State 4. This is Alabama. We've done Florida. We've done Atlanta. We've done North Carolina. We've done Tennessee. And... Georgia. No, this is 5. You can see I'm tired. 5 states, 4 days. Here we are. This is a classic Westin pool, i.e. it's no frills. It's fine. There's an outdoor bit, but it's closed at the moment, and no bastard is using it. This is particularly normal, and it's so still it doesn't look like anyone's been in it in days. But I'm going to go for a swim because I need to do something so I don't fall asleep. Come for a bit of a walk through this weird shopping street, completely artificially made to look like every building's different and what have you. Very odd. Anyway, I just need to stretch my legs a bit, and we're going off to film. So there's the hotel, there's the lake and the weird fig and everything. It's the shopping street I've just been down. The sun's just setting. Just going to finish my loop and then get my stuff, and then we're going to go and see something very strange. The cotton candies. They're ladies of a certain age in a sort of strange dancing troupe. So that's going to be fun. So we've just done the filming, and now this was an old school gym, as you might be able to tell. We've just come out of the bar, we're going down the corridor, and there was a speakeasy, apparently, behind the lockers. That's nice. So as I said, it was a middle school and it's been converted into a couple of bars and axe throwing and all sorts.
Do you want to go up and do some acts and speakeasy?
I didn't realize that like we have families, we have children, we have jobs. We have jobs.
Morning. It's the US Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama, and there's a Saturn V rocket, and there's some sort of scientist. It's a nice Patriot missile. I remember those from the Gulf War, and lots of missiles and warheads, and soldiers. In the space station, it's good to see that they're still using IBM ThinkPads. And there's the Earth. There's the arm we were just controlling. Here's, space. I mean, that must be really intimidating. Yeah. I'm just going to go fly my shuttle. Okay. And that's one of the... Oh, that's the actual engine from the shuttle itself. It's really hard to explain how big this is. And it does not come out on film. It is ridiculous. I mean, utterly ridiculous. If you had a building that height, and you do, skyscrapers, you'll be massively impressed. But if you think about the fact that it's just like a few dudes at the top with all of this just blasting you in space, it blows my mind that anyone would want to do that. I mean, obviously, you want to get to space, and science is amazing, but like the bravery required is just unfathomable. And that's the earlier one, that's the Saturn 1 there, which is obviously a bit smaller, earlier model. And this is the famed Saturn V. We're going to go and see one broken up in pieces on its side in the hall here. The engines are so massive. It's hard. I could live inside of that, and it would be quite a large flat. And then outside is, we just had the Saturn V, and that looks like a V2 rocket. Obviously Werner von Braun and what have you. Google it.
So now 68 now well may be the problem here, and we can monitor that.
This is an Apollo capsule simulator.
How are you looking?
Control switches. But in fact, it's just sitting, lying on your back. I mean, trying to work out things. I mean, obviously you're not on your back after about 30 seconds because gravity's not there.
We all circled up. That's a birdie flight. It's holding in there pretty good, right?
best way of thinking about the American Post system is it's designed for retards.
There we go, Nashville, 86.
So we're driving to Nashville?
I hope so.
I thought we were getting on a plane somewhere.
No, not today.
Oh, brilliant.
We are 49 Music Square West. This is RFD TV, which is where we're going next.
It's brilliant. It looks like we are in a country cabin.
Yeah, it does.
It's fantastic. You see, it looks like a country cabin, Dan. Absolutely brilliant.
We're rolling speed, so whenever you all...
All right.
Wow. We're in Nashville, in the Sheraton Grand. Nashville, obviously, home of country music and what have you, is why we're just at TV channel and radio station that is country. But the most impressive thing about this room, it's a lovely room as you can see, is that it's on the 21st floor, which means, I mean, just, yeah. Wow, I'm kind of gobsmacked. That's awesome. So there's a central lobby, as you can see. It's quite a long way down. And the lift to glass elevators. So wow. On Broadway in Nashville. It is noisy because everybody has a rooftop bar or music blaring, but it's certainly got a character.
Sticks to your ribs? Yeah. Exactly, like it's really fattening.
Yeah. Going out for some food.
Have a look at the stand.
Looking over Nashville from the top. That's intense. See into sort of downtown where we were earlier.
Looks a bit.
Try a slow-mo.
Hello there, that was a rather surreal way of ending an evening in Nashville. This whole trip has been like weird, like not weird bad, but weird in like so fast moving and like, you know, barely been anywhere for any length of time, and you're like, oh my god, this is Nashville, Tennessee, that's like the home of, you know, country music. And literally yesterday morning we were in Memphis, the home of blues, and in between we've been to Alabama, the home of rocket engineering, and I can't even take it in. And we went up on the roof to the 21st floor, which is closed, but we managed to somehow get the lift to go there even though the button wasn't working. And yeah, that was an interesting view with jellyfish and stuff. So I'm going to bed. I've got to be up at 5:30 and I'm not happy about that. So 2 flights later, we were in Tulsa, Oklahoma, looking for a bag and hoping they didn't throw my camera around too much. From one city view to another, there's another tall building to my left. This is Tulsa, Oklahoma. It is a city, but it feels very small town. It's quite grey. Room is, you know, it's another big hotel room. They're all kind of the same, aren't they? Anyway, we're going to go and have something to eat for lunch now that we've done all this flying today. We're in a different time zone again. This is the third time zone today. I'm very confused and quite hungry.
Most of this brick won't be real brick either.
Really?
So it's plastic.
Yeah, you should watch some of the Renault programs in America, Thomas.
So here we are on Bixby football pitch, just waiting for them to get in uniform set up, and then we're going to get some shots of them marching up and down. Oh, it's dark and I'm knackered. We just went for a meal at a old 1960s drive-through bank, which is amazing. Really, really nice place. I'm so tired. I'm going to bed. One more day and then a lot of travel and then I'm home. So it's Friday and we're off for the last shoot, followed by a lot of flying. But because it is Friday, I should do a word of the week before I forget and before time zones get in the way and everything gets really complicated. So this week's word of the week is road trip. Now, technically 2 words, but it's an expression of the week then. So first of all, in German, road trip is Ausflug. That is, der Ausflug is road trip in German. And in Italian, they don't really have that expression, bizarrely. So you'd literally say il viaggio su strada, which literally means the journey on the road. Il viaggio su strada is a road trip, if you will, in Italian. Anyway, so that was a slightly weird expression of the week, which didn't quite work. But there we go nonetheless. That is it. That is this week's word of the week. And now we'll get back to filming. So just before we head off, it's worth noting that Oklahoma is our 6th state that we've been in so far. We've been in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, and Oklahoma. And before we get home, we have to fly into Dallas, which is obviously Texas, and then up to Chicago, which is Illinois. So we will have done 8 states and 8 flights by the end.
Surprised. Things on. Amazing, isn't it? Look to the left.
This guy's going up.
Gone down to like ghetto children now.
Wow, that's a nice house.
There it is. There it is, boys. So I'm going to go to the front desk, which is around the front.
Here we are at Stillwater Regional Airport. It's busy, as you can see. This is the guy who delivers the luggage.
Tighten and breathe normally. Put on your mask before helping others. Oxygen is flowing even if the bag doesn't inflate.